Of today's momentous occasion, the 35th anniversary of the Niger Delta Development Commission Nddc. Extend my sincere appreciation to the Managing Director of the Nddc, Chief Samuel, the Board Chairman and members of the Board, and indeed the management team of Nddc for putting together the 35th anniversary of the Commission. Let me begin by congratulating Tinubu along with past leaders of the Commission for their invaluable contributions over the years, which have helped shape the Nddc into the institution we are celebrating today. As sons and daughters of the Niger Delta, this Silver Jubilee presents an opportunity for deep reflection on the Commission's unique journey, the milestones achieved across the region, the lessons learned over the 25 years, and indeed the critical work that still lies ahead of the Commission. My personal connection to this development agency, the Nddc, spans several decades, as I mentioned to you. And many may not know that I once served in the defunct company, which is the custom of the Nddc. I started here as an assistant director in the Directorate of Environmental Protection and Pollution Control. I left there as an assistant director and become the deputy director, deputy governor of my state by SSP, and of course my family on. So that gives me a vantage position to have an idea of what has been happening in Nddc over the period. For something critical that I need to mention, Oyema Okwesiku, the pioneer chairman, noted the frequent changes of the leadership of Nddc has been a problem of the development. Yeah. When we listen to the keynote advice, Member mentioned numerous projects abandoned. But not abandoned because the managers of Nddc wanted to do so, but the frequent changes may be that way. When you cannot plan, when there's no time to plan, agencies that go develop now resort to contractor-driven projects, not project based on planning. From what the chairman said, over these 25 years, we have had 11 CEOs of Nddc. That means that this CEO on the average is 2 years, 3 months. So 2 years, 3 months, how can you plan? How can you finish projects that are significant to something? So let me thank Mr. President for retaining the CEO. And we are here celebrating this because he has stayed a little more than 2 years. Buhari appointed him in 2022, I think November or so, but resumed duty at of January 2023. Tinubu came on board May 2023. If Tinubu was not interested in developing this region, he would have moved him and appointed to another person. He would have been just 5 years, 5 months in office. Nobody would have had about it. We hear about Oyema Okwesiku and to me I like it because they stayed for a reasonable time. And within that period, they were able to put things on ground that people remember. So, the Excellency, the Secretary of Government, we are representing the president here, convey my sincere appreciation to him and all that we want him to allow these people to complete their projects. As we celebrate this milestone, I commend the current leadership under Dr. Okwesiku for its purposeful governance, people-oriented projects execution, and commendable community engagement initiatives. I urge the Commission not to relent, but to deepen its commitment to performance-driven and inclusive governance, one that prioritizes long-term impact over short-term politically motivated project. We must continually emphasize that the future of the Niger Delta does not rest solely on oil and gas. It lies in agriculture, education, digital innovation, tourism, and renewable energy. True sustainability requires preparing our region for a post-oil economy. It's the transition that must begin now. To the current and future leaders of the Nddc, I offer this challenge. Let the next 25 years be defined by legacy projects, integrated planning, and robust collaboration with state governments, communities, and civil society actors. Let us move from vision to verifiable outcomes, from promises to measurable progress, from projects from paper to prosperity on the ground. Yes. I am pleased to learn that the current leadership is making efforts to complete abandoned projects across various states in the Niger Delta. I commend the resolve and urge them to go further by resisting the temptation to award contracts without adequate funding or capacity for execution. That practice must not come up again. To our young people, the future of the Niger Delta lies in your hands. I encourage you to remain engaged, innovative, and committed to peace. Development can only take root in an atmosphere of stability. Let us nurture a culture that rewards creativity, rejects violence, and demands accountability from our leaders. In conclusion, I reaffirm my enduring belief that the unity of purpose, ethical leadership, and the collective will of our people, the Niger Delta people, will continue to shine, and the management of the Nddc will continue to make us proud. I thank you all.
His Excellency, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellency Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, a man who believes so much in Nigeria, is making
for its purposeful governance, people-oriented projects execution, and commendable community engagement initiatives. I urge the Commission not to relent but to deepen its commitment to performance-driven and inclusive governance, one that prioritizes long-term impact over short-term, politically motivated projects. We must continually emphasize that the future of the Niger Delta does not rest solely on oil and gas. It lies in agriculture, education, digital innovation, tourism, and renewable energy. True sustainability requires preparing our region for a post-oil economy. It's the transition that must begin now. To the current and future leaders of the Nddc, I offer this challenge. Let the next 25 years be defined by legacy projects, integrated planning, and robust collaboration with state governments, communities,